You'll probably want to click off this video because deep down you already know the truth. I'm about to say it's the kind of truth that stings, not because it's dramatic, but because it's quiet, personal. Something you've felt, but never had the words for. See, every man who's ever been overlooked, undervalued, or used by a woman, he gave his whole heart to, knows this moment. That cold realization that no matter how much you gave, how much you tried, how much you stayed loyal and present and available, she didn't value it, she didn't value you. But here's the twist. No one talks about when a woman doesn't value you. She's not afraid of losing you until you do the one thing that flips the script, not by begging, not by arguing, not by trying to make her see, but by becoming the kind of man she can't reach anymore, even if she tried. This video isn't about revenge. It's not about games. It's about power. Not loud, arrogant power, but that stoic, silent power that makes her regret ever doubting your worth. I'm going to show you exactly what hurts a woman the most when she realizes she can't have access to the man she once treated like an option. Let's begin. Oh, and before we continue, I've got something special for you, a free ebook, The Female Mind Control Handbook. It reveals the hidden secrets to making any woman crave you. Grab it now, link in the description or pinned comment 1. When you stop explaining yourself, here's the truth. Most men don't hear enough. A woman who doesn't value you will never admit she's wrong. She'll twist the truth, rewrite history, make you feel like you're the one always apologizing, even when your only mistake was caring too much. She wants your attention, your energy, your forgiveness. But the second you stop explaining yourself, that's when it hits her, that sharp silence, that calm stare, that moment when you say nothing, after she throws her usual storm of guilt and drama. Why? Because the guy who stops explaining isn't trying to win anymore. He's not defending his name. He's not arguing with someone who's already made up her mind. He's done. And nothing hurts a woman more than realizing you've gone quiet in your soul. Not just your mouth. You're no longer trying to fix it. You're watching her behavior with distance, not desperation. You're not being cold. You're being clear. And that silence, it burns louder than anything you ever said, because when you stop trying to prove yourself, she finally realizes she might have been wrong about you. But now it's too late to matter too. When you prioritize peace over her chaos, you used to jump when she called, cancel plans, explain feelings, lose sleep. You thought being available was the way to show love, but then something changed. You stopped chasing. You started saying things like, I'll call you later. I've got plans, I'm not okay with that. And suddenly she panicked. Why? Because her control wasn't working anymore. See, women who don't value you, they crave the comfort of your chaos. They want you emotionally stirred up, because the moment you're calm, they lose their grip. So when you start choosing peace over her passive-aggressive comments, when you start walking away mid-arrogant instead of trying to win, when you stop letting her mood decide your worth, that's when she feels the emptiness. That's when she realizes she doesn't own your peace anymore. And trust me, nothing hurts a woman more than knowing the man she thought she could toy with has finally chosen himself. It's not revenge, it's returning to yourself. And now she's the one craving the chaos she used to control. 3. When you stop competing for her time, this one cuts deep. At first, you were the one always initiating, planning dates, sending texts, trying to stay on her radar. She made you feel lucky to be in her orbit, like her time was some rare prize you had to earn. And the truth, you let it happen for a while, until you didn't. Until one day you didn't check in. You didn't reply right away. You stopped liking her photos, stopped being the first one to notice her stories, and that silence, that space where you used to compete, now echoes with your absence. She notices it fast, because women don't realize how much power they had until the one man they overlooked stops asking to be seen. She may not say it, but in her head the questions are loud. Why isn't he trying anymore? Who has his attention? Now was I ever really in control? And here's the twist, you're not doing it to hurt her. You're just done begging for basic effort. You've raised your standard. And when you stop competing for a woman's time, it forces her to measure your absence against the attention of every man. She thought mattered more. Spoiler, they don't compare. But now you're too far gone for her to fix it. The most powerful move a man can make. Silence, peace, and non-response. Not because you're bitter, but because you've finally woken up to your worth. If she didn't value you when she had you at full strength, she'll never forget the moment you withdrew it without begging, without warning, without a single wasted word. This is Stoicism. This is power. And this is the part where she realizes she lost the man who stopped fighting to be seen for. When you stop reacting to her mixed signals, she used to love the game. The late replies, the sudden cold shoulder, the compliments followed by silence. You stayed confused, wondering if she was in or out. You'd ask double text, try to read between the lines. And she got a kick out of it. Not because she hated you, but because she liked the control. Liked seeing you off balance, liked watching you chase clarity while she offered confusion until you stopped reacting. You didn't chase her hot and cold routine anymore. You didn't ask what was wrong. You didn't play detective. You just got quiet. And that is the moment everything flipped, because women who don't value you, they rely on your emotional reaction to feel important. They feed off the anxiety they create when you go still, when you smile and say, "I'm good," and mean it. When you let her have her silence and don't fill it with your worry, she realizes you've seen the game and you're not playing anymore. That stings. Because for the first time, she doesn't have the upper hand. She has to wonder what you're thinking. She has to sit in the silence you created, and sometimes that silence is the loudest thing she'll ever hear. 5. When you start smiling without her. This one hurts her in a way she can't explain. You used to be the guy hoping for her attention, sending her memes, waiting for her call, planning your joy around her presence. Then it shifts suddenly. You're smiling on your own, out with friends, focused on your gym, your work, your peace. You post a story where you look alive, you sound confident. You're laughing, and she's not the reason anymore. That's when she feels it, not regret loss, because the man she didn't value is no longer waiting in her shadow. He's in the sun, and she's not in the picture. That smile tells her she's not special anymore, that her absence didn't break you. In fact, it freed you. And what hurts the most is knowing she didn't take you seriously until you started living like she never mattered. Now she checks your page, replays the memories, tells herself stories. But you're already gone and smiling without her. This channel is for men who speak less, see more, and move. Like they're not afraid to lose anyone who treats them like they're replaceable. Comment the word silence. If you've ever pulled away and felt your value double the moment you stop trying, say it. Let it echo. Silence. Subscribe our channel. Thank you.